Thank you so much. Really thrilled to be here. This is my first time, but as Dr. Tharoor said in one of your previous events, the most important skills in our life, whichever profession we are, is speaking. Speaking is a medium for us to convey our idea to the audience, to the world. So I'm really thrilled to be here, and really thrilled to be listening to all the inspiring panelists and speakers. I'm already taking some of those inspirations in my talk right now, and I'm going to focus on motivation in the workplace. We all work in teams. I work in teams, as a program manager in Google, and I'm involved in setting up new teams and new functions. And I have always wondered, are there some characteristics of highly motivated team, like team dynamics or individual characteristics? And the research says that who you work with is less important than how people interact with each other, how they set their goals and how they view their contribution. And I'm going to draw a personal anecdote and share one story. So as recent as like a little bit a year back, I was setting up a new team, new product area in Bangalore, really cutting edge technology. So we gathered a team of highly successful, smart folks from all walks, engineers, product managers, program managers. The situation was very hunky-dory in the beginning, small team, excellent work. People knew that the impact they're going to make in people's lives is going to be tremendous. But as time progressed, like a couple of months down the line, I could see some signs of demotivation happening in the team. People started cribbing at lunch sessions. That went on to people started detaching themselves. They became reclusive. And I was like, what's going on here? So I reached out to people ops and read some literature. Basically, I found out that there are 5 characteristics of having an effective or motivated team, and I'm going to come to just one. So starting with psychological safety, like if you look at Maslow's hierarchy, that's actually at the foundation. So basically, do you feel safe to express yourself? Do you have fear of failures, or do you feel it's okay to be vulnerable in front of others? That's like the most important attribute which you have to have at each stage of your team development, followed by dependability, which is like, can you rely on others, to get things done in timely manner with high quality? Then comes structure and clarity. Basically, do you know what your role is, what you're going to achieve, and the roadmap, followed by meaning, like does it really matter to you? Does it align with your personal ambition? And then finally, impact. Do you feel that your contribution is actually making impact in people's life? Are you changing things, changing the world? So basically in this order. So coming back to my own team, so I was wondering like what's going on here. We conducted survey, reached out to people, and it was startling to know that actually psychological safety is where we were not doing good. And being in Google, I thought like people were honest here, they were polite to each other, they knew that what they have to do, the impact is high, but why so? Perhaps they were polite but not honest to each other, the trust perhaps was diminishing. So, I and another lead in the team, we thought that, let's just go and accept and share these learnings with the team. I think that was the best thing we did, because what that led to is we modeled vulnerability. We shared that, look, I think somewhere in the process we have failed, and we need your inputs to succeed. So it became a group problem, just by having that session boosted morale and motivation of the team, and we conducted multiple exercises. If I were to just summarize 2 or 3 things, what we did, like eventually we identified that we have to create a culture where we have no judgment for people. Like, for example, adopt no dumb question policy. Many times when someone asks the question and person says, good question, like what is a good question? Every question is a question. And interestingly, some people said, we don't end up asking questions because we don't know whether we'll be judged in our question seeking. So that's one thing. And secondly, adopt a environment where you embrace failures. So share your failures, and for work-related failures, document those as like post-mortem, which are solution-oriented, so that we move the focus away from personal failures to actually learnings. Many more things basically. So if I were to leave with 3 thoughts with all of you, one would be keep a lookout of what's going on in the team. The moment you sense that something might be going off, start investigating. Second, of all the things that are important, focus on psychological safety. That's like one of the most important aspect, and then of course other things would come. Third, be a role model. Emulate what you want others to do and start doing yourself. So that's what I would like to share. Thank you so much.